We
Just
love
cover a
hip
couple more
hop.
topics. One, starting with why music sounds so average. There's a video that's popping up over here with a producer who, a former producer for Rihanna, and on a multitude of artists. And we watched a couple of videos yesterday on clip farming and AI campaigns and different things like that. And I think this kind of adds to it. I didn't have a chance to review the video myself, so bear with me. But I want to just react to it a little bit. The video's about
always looking for
the video's about an hour and 39 minutes. So I'm only gonna I'm just gonna skip through, okay? Because trust me, I'm not trying to spend an hour on this. But let me pull it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is courtesy of the manager's playbook. Rihanna's A&R, not producer. Rihanna's A&R reveals why music feels so average right now.
or what's next and what's new and what's pushing boundaries. When Rihanna comes with a record, it changes the scope of music, right? It changes how people make music. It's like, oh, we're on this now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And that takes not necessarily just, sitting doing what's on the radio, what artist did already, right? This time we'll sit in the studio and we'll play a record and we know it's a hit record. And she'll be like, no, that sounds like X, Y, and Z, give it to them.
Okay, I know what we're gonna watch.
And that's, a hit record where we know hit records will come around every day. We know this is a record, and she has the self-aware. I think A&R, Rihanna is one of the best A&Rs in the business.
I got somebody in the building over here who is an incredible A&R.
Thank you.
He was at one point the co-president of Rock Nation.
Correct.
And recently founded Chapter Music Publishing.
Correct.
But you are also known in the music business, in the music industry, for those who don't know, as Rihanna's A&R. So you know what question I'm going to ask at the gate.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. At some point.
At some point. Okay.
No, I mean, it's coming. We've put out incredible music. She's put out incredible music. But it's also to the point where, we have to outdo what we did in the past, right? When we build something like a Rihanna record, quote unquote, we have to continually beat what we did last time. We have to continually be different, right? Yeah. The things that we've done in the past, they're going to be criticized. If we do something that's not as good or the same, it doesn't really fit. If we go too far of a departure from where it is, then it's kind of, gets into that weird zone. But at the end of the day, it's all, and I take the onus for it, right? It falls on my shoulders and the creatives who are involved in the recording process. It falls on us. So, but I say all that to say it's as real as we make it, as the A&R makes it.
What does that mean?
That means,
break it down.
Like I mentioned, the onus is on us. The onus is on me, and I have to actually push the creative community to give us music that are pushing boundaries, being better than the average, right? And I mean, I'm going to be quite blunt with this. I feel like there's a lot of mediocrity in music right now. I think people, songwriters and producers and artists are pushing themselves for many reasons, which we'll dive into this conversation.
Yeah.
But it's harder and harder for me to find records that are quote unquote copyrights or the big, massive, We Found Love, Diamonds work. They're first and foremost, those are records that don't come around every day, right? Let's start there.
I put up a poll asking if we've had any timeless records in the 2020s, because when's the last time you heard like a Diamonds or another Rihanna record like Rude Boy, any timeless record that you might have heard from the past in like from the 2010s? Like, have we heard any of those in the 2020s? And if you have, or if you have any contestants, let me know, put them in the comments.
Right. But also, if we don't know who are actually, or the creatives aren't really pushing themselves to write those records anymore, then that's the problem. Mm-hmm. So to me, a record comes when we as A&Rs or creatives push the creatives that are the songwriters, the producers, the creative world to actually make those records and understand or push them to not only want to make those records, but understand how to and what that actually means.
Yeah.
The motivation's not even there, fam, because these creatives could put all of their time and effort into making a record. For example, Drake, okay?
Drake?
He gave us 3 albums, and there's people like, oh, yo, the man gave you 43 songs and nobody gives a fuck. And there's already people wondering, yo, is Drake cooking up new shit? What the hell do you mean is he cooking up new shit? He gave you 3 albums. But these artists, especially the ones who are at the top of the food chain, they're less incentivized these days to put their heart and soul into making a project, because by the time they drop it, it gets held in the zeitgeist for tops 3 months. If there's like some smokers on it, there better be some bangers on that shit for it to be able to live in the conversation of the internet and memes and at the parties or whatever. There better be some smokers for it to last 3, even 5 months. But if there's just some cool tracks on there, 3 weeks, we talking about something else. All right. What Kai doing? Like literally.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy because like I was having this conversation with Chris Riddick Tynes, and he feels like a lot of the reasons why some of that is happening because he feels the same. And obviously he doesn't have that problem. I mean, he just won a great.
Listen, I was
few Grammys.
Sorry to cut you off. I literally just came from, when making a Rihanna album, I travel the world. I just came from London. I was in Paris. I did sessions in the Netherlands.
To be clear, you have sessions happening all over the globe right now.
All around the globe.
For Rihanna.
Yeah, like we just did a camp with Warner Chappell in the UK. We did one with P2J in the UK as well. Universal Music Publishing helped me out, and I also have friends there like Kofi and Giorgio and Martin Garrix and those guys. So we did sessions at his studio, Martin Garrix in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I was in Paris with running around doing a bunch of stuff out there. We're planning to do some stuff in Spain. Obviously, we'd have sessions in Miami, New York, LA. So it's a global thing. I think when we make a record, we're looking for what's different, right? And everyone is always asking for the brief. What's the brief of a Rihanna album?
When you say what's the brief, let me stop you so people understand.
Okay.
Like when someone's asking for a brief, what does that mean?
So a brief is basically giving the writers and creative writers and producers an idea of what to create, right?
Like, what? Are y'all peeping game right now? Like they're trying to figure out what we like. There's writers and producers sitting in rooms right now like, yo, what can we cook up that's going to stick?
Like when you go into a room, you can't necessarily just put 2 people in a room and make magic. It doesn't happen like that, right? You have to what to create, right? Yeah. Like when you go into a room, you can't necessarily just put 2 people in a room and make magic. It doesn't happen like that, right? You have to first of all, when you're getting A&R creatively, and it's trial and error too as well. Like, when it's not Gene says, okay, X, Y, and Z, Stargate plus James Fowler equals hit record. You
would hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so, right? But it doesn't always happen.
Yeah,
right. We task the best people that we believe for the job, the people that can do it. And it's also making, matching the people who we feel can create what we want to do, the vision that we want to create of the album. So a brief is basically our vision, the artists and, the creative team telling that to the creative community. So they have an outline or a blueprint of where to work from. Right. But it's difficult because to me, a great A&R, you give enough of the brief and the creative insight, and whether it's playing old records, whether it's, just spending an hour or 2 talking to music with the creatives or telling them what the artist is thinking right now, what's their mindset, what exactly they want to discuss in these projects, what's their vision for the project. So all those things play into the conversation and the brief that you give the creative community to actually be able to successfully make a record for the artist that you're
right. And so when
think about how much money is being filtered around, because he's not talking about multiple artists, and he's probably is talking about more than one artist, but his main bread and butter, remember, he's an A&R for Rihanna. So as he explained earlier, they have people in all different countries and cities who are cooking up these things, like, different teams of writers and producers in different studios and all over the world that are trying to come up with different things that would be great ideas that they can send to Rihanna and see if she fits with it, or see if this person fits with it if she doesn't. But like, that's a lot of money being spent, right? And if not money, because some of these people, they don't get paid until like something actually happens, like money and promises of money. It's just a lot of moving parts moving around for us to be able to receive the musical entertainment that we receive on a high level. There's mans that are going in their house, in their basement, or in their freaking bathroom and making a banger and uploading it to YouTube and then finding success in these days and times. But the people who are at the top type of the food chain, there's multiple teams and business meetings with other teams and stuff like that, and focus groups and all types of shit to make sure that what they drop is a hit, because there's millions, hundreds of millions of dollars invested into them and the business around them.
You're saying that as well, so I appreciate you explaining what the brief is. So, like, of course, people are always asking you, what is the brief for a Rihanna project?
Listen, I think the brief, I always tell people sometimes if I give you too much of a brief, I'm leaning down the wrong direction, right? Because we're
okay, so I want to get to what they're saying about the music industry. Where's the timestamps? Here we go. A&R, quality control, and honest feedback. All right, modern A&R and artist development. What makes a classic record? Giving artists notes and trust. Hold on, I'm just trying to see like the main meat and potatoes, the pièce de résistance. All right, just let me do a quick search here. Music marketing beyond the template. Relationships, honesty. Where's the great songs? Where great songs really go? Release cadence. Okay. I think I see the parts that I want to see. All right, let's go to what makes a classic record, right over here.
Upper echelon.
Right.
What does that bar look like today?
Correct.
Bar.
So saying that to say it's just it's just being on top of your game and all those aspects.
So when you're saying, like, obviously you're setting the bar, right? When you're working on a Rihanna record with Omar, you're setting the bar. It's
correct.
Up here.
Yes.
Upper echelon.
Right.
What does that bar look like today?
That bar looks like it's still the same, man. I'm not willing to lower that bar. We still need those classic copyrights, those diamonds, those We Found Loves, those, going to other artists, Single Ladies, those other records that actually.
I'm going to play this back in a second. Salute to Anything But the Norm. She said, he makes a lot of sense. Rihanna is their bread and butter in the industry of hip hop, music, and entertainment. They implant her everywhere. And the 5 top executives are getting a cut out of her. Yes, but like she hasn't dropped in a long time, so they're probably like making all these moves around her, making sure that okay, we got a hit record here, we got a hit record there, and then time passes, those records get dated, and they're like, okay, let's keep on cooking it up and giving her new shit, but she ain't dropped. She's making billions of dollars off of her Fenty products. Like, she don't care about music, because if she drops and it's not received the way that it was back when the last time she dropped, which was like 7 years ago or some shit, then people are gonna be like, "Oh, flop. It's probably Rocky's fault. Where's she at? Like, it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. I don't think it's gonna flop. But then people are going to be like, oh, was it bought? Like, we're living in a content age. We're living in a hater age where we just want to, we can't, 10 years? Oh my God. Holy shit. She don't care about music, fam. It's over. It's done. Rihanna's not a musician anymore. She's just a public figure who makes a lot of money.
Are going to continually get played. You look at Anti, which is still on the charts today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That speaks to something.
Yeah.
But that also speaks to what's also being put out.
Yeah. So when
today.
so when you're looking at songwriting, is it a feeling?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think it's one of those records where or things where you listen to a song and it pulls on your heartstring, right? It takes you to a different place. Like it's very it's the imagery is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's classic and timeless melodies. It's storytelling, which we're missing in a lot of these records.
Yeah.
Now that I see.
Yeah.
You know?
Do we care? I care. A lot of y'all in the chat who are like astute music listeners and people who are just like regular folks, not just like, mudhead YNs, like people with attention spans. Like a lot of people care. Like, yo, make music better. I complain about it all the time. But the way that the internet has been working these days, will the algorithm even allow us to care about how rich the music is, how great the story is, how in depth the musicality is, and all that? Nah, fam. Like, is there a part of it that we can make a sound out of? Nah. Okay. Next.
Yeah. No one's telling you stories. If you listen to or We Found Love, or even if you listen to even if you listen to Needed Me, right, which is an urban record, it's still a story in that. It was still storytelling.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And it's got courses. I don't know why people are afraid of courses these days.
Bridges.
Bridges, yeah, exactly.
Intros, outros.
Bridge. Is it too long for you now? You can't do 3.5 minutes? I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Outros, guitars.
A bridge. A bridge. When the last time you heard a bridge, nigga? What? We ain't got time for that, B. Get that old head shit out of here about a bridge. You go ask a 19-year-old music listener what the fuck a bridge is. I dare you. I dare you. Go do it. Some of y'all who got kids, ask your kids musically, or just say, other than a bridge that like carries cars and shit over, what other ways can a bridge be used? You right? They're gonna give you the Gen Z stare. Like, why are you talking to me? Why are you not letting me go in my phone? Right? Then after you get over that part, say, okay, in music, young man, young lady, in music, what is a bridge? Gen Z stare again. A lot of blinks. Why is this old person bugging me? Why can't I go back in my phone? Okay. But they're not, it's not only them giving you the Gen Z stare, they have no idea what a bridge is. Their songs that they like, the ones that are in their phone that they listen to, are like 2 minutes tops. Okay. It starts with the hook, because obviously you want to grab people's attention right away. So, and we're in an attention economy. So starts with the hook, then you get a little shitty ass verse with a little bit of repetition in it. And then, you get the hook again. And to be honest, it's hard sometimes if you're an old head to differentiate the hook from where the rap starts. Because back in our days, we used to maybe double up the hook or have some call and response or something like that. These niggas just be like, yo, I'm that nigga. I'll fuck a bitch in the throat. I'm that nigga. They don't even do the repetition part. I'm that nigga. I fuck that bitch in the throat. I got murder that I wrote. I drive down the block, shoot you, I shoot all my ops. That's how I do. Ski mask on my face. Ski mask on my face. And then the verse starts. Okay? And then they start saying a bunch of dumb shit. Ba 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 ba. Shoot you in your face. Shot Ray. Shot Tyrone last week. Fucked her in her throat. Shot you. Smoking on this person. And then they get back to that same thing that I just said in the beginning. They say it again. But that was the hook that I just said in the beginning. You get me? You're like, oh, that was the hook? That like thing that you never repeated one line in? That was the hook? Yeah, nigga. You ain't notice I said the last part 2 times. That's what the song's called, nigga. You're like, bro, you guys' song structures even suck. I'm sorry. I might be sounding like an old head, but the song structure is not even there. So who needs an A&R for that shit? One verse and a shitty hook that just gets flued, copied and pasted from the front to the back of the song? Why you need an A&R for that? Half of these guys can't sound like they can't even read.
All these other things that,
Well, look at this. Like Folded is a great example. This is 30 seconds before you heard a lyric on that record. And there's strings, then you hear the guitar plucks from Don Mills, and then you start to hear the verse from Kalani.
Right.
That's a massive record. It takes 30 seconds for me to get there.
Right.
If you got a great song, you got a great song.
Right.
Take the time.
But I think that also goes into A&R, right? And I'm not going to come here.
30 seconds to get to when she starts singing. Hello, I got shit to do. I want to go on TikTok. Can you hurry up?
And shit on the new age of A&Rs, right? I think they're really talented A&Rs in this generation, right? I think they're culturally connected. I mean, there's Miles Gersh, there's Gabs Lemon on the publishing side. I think there's John.
This guy's show is great. Look, he puts in the bottom all of the A&Rs that this guy is naming. This show, let me go subscribe to this channel. Just give me a second, gang. Sidetrack. No sidetrack. Subscribe, put a like on this. The Manager's Playbook. I'm going to go back and check some more videos on this. It dropped on the 21st. Because this channel just seems like it's just there for music industry education and interviews with people who can give you like real behind the scenes insight.
John Chen at Warner Chappell, I think he's great too. I think he's great A&R. So there's a few out there that are great or good, and even younger, ones that are coming up too. I think we're in a system that doesn't allow A&Rs to be great A&Rs, right? Like I said, I think they're culturally connected. They know what moves the needle. They research is off the chain. They can find all these other things. They understand how to manipulate that system into playing into breaking an artist, to say what breaking artist means today.
Yeah.
But I think the development side is where it lacks because it's quality. It's quantity over quality, right? And no one's giving them the time to actually develop these artists to be good at A&R. So when an artist complains, well, my A&R doesn't do anything for me. He didn't set up any sessions. He didn't this, or he doesn't know any music direction. We can't be allowed to, right? We look at
hold on, before you continue, set up sessions to do what? Did you hear what I just described? This is what a song is in a new age. Set up to do what? To watch you and your freaking smelly friends in the studio sit there, smoke and drink lean? What y'all need an A&R for? You're not even doing anything creative. Actually, that's why you need an A&R, to be honest. But are you going to listen to him? Are they even signing people that an A&R is worthy of even putting the time into to create a good product? Because if we're talking about amazing singers and amazing rappers, then cool. But if we're just talking about some half-ass rappers and some whisper-ass singers, then whatever. Let them do it at home and then send us the files. The hell? What is the job of an A&R? Just to give some people some context and some reference. So an A&R stands for Artist and Repertoire. Okay, I learned a lot of this back in school. Salute to Harris Institute. It worked for something. Okay, an A&R representative works for a record label or a music company and acts like a bridge between artist and label. The main responsibilities include finding new talent, discovering promising singers, bands, producers, and songwriters, signing artists, evaluating whether the artist fits the label, and helping negotiate deals, developing artists, guiding artists on songwriting, image, branding, and career directions, matching artists with songs and collaborations, so connecting artists with producers, songwriters, and feature performers, right? Overseeing recordings, providing feedback during the recording process, and helping shape projects, okay? Not just singles, projects. Tracking trends, monitoring music scenes, streaming data, social media, and live performances to identify opportunities. Okay, so like this job is extensive. It's not just getting some beats and some freaking features for an artist. Like you're literally helping to shape this artist's career, get them signed to the label, negotiate for them. There's a lot that goes into being an A&R for someone. Are we getting that with the products that we're getting, the music that we're getting in these days and times? Does this look like all these different duties have been done to your favorite artist that you're hearing right now, or not your favorite artist, because I feel like your favorite artists are probably not from the now, but these new artists that are like giving us trash music most of the time? Does it look like all of these different things have been done to make this person come to fruition? Because half of these artists, they don't even know how to do an interview. So the media training is even there, but they're out there making music, and some of them are accumulating views and plaques.
All the music that's out there, but even you look at the, you know, the Hot 100 or the top, you know, album charts, the people up there are still way well A&R'd.
Oh yeah.
Artists.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
The ones that have lasting power.
100%. And it doesn't matter if it's a traditional A&R from a label or it's someone like a Phineas with Billie Eilish. Phineas is an A&R. If you don't want to give, if you don't want to give him the title or not, he's at the end of the day, he's an A&R.
Yeah, absolutely.
Punch, SZA, you know, go down, Dan, Chaperone, like, you know, go and continue.
All these people, right? Billie Eilish is A&R, Punch, who's SZA's A&R, Dan Negro, who's Chaperone's A&R. All these people are Grammy Award winners, Grammy nominated, gazillion dollars in their freaking bank account, hit records that stick, not records that just come and go and get playlisted for a couple of months, like records that top the charts. These records are like well crafted for it to be able to get to our forefront and have staying power. Everything else, like, if it don't really got the right team behind it, it ain't gonna go. I'm sorry. You got to get really lucky.
Go down the list of all these, you know, people who are on this charts today. These are well A&R projects.
Yeah, I mean,
artists.
I mean, look at
who's been developed.
Look at who's running Island right now. Imran and Justin. Those guys are A&Rs.
100%.
Yeah, and they got 100%. They're crushing it right now with everything.
Trust me, Drake has an A&R system. Producers, songwriters, everybody around him to make sure that shit moves right. Okay,
that's going through that. I'm not saying that they don't have other A&Rs, but like that system right there is built around songs.
Yeah,
A&Rs. Yeah, who actually have lasting power on the charts,
and actually care and give a fuck about the music and what the music sounds like, right? And I think we can have all these TikTok and viral moments, and those are great. We need those too, right? But I think, to me, what lasts this test of time and what I'm interested is those copyrights. So the songs are gonna really cut through, and we're gonna really build these artists with these records.
Salute to this gentleman right here. He's dropping some game. What name again? No, I know they put everything in the description over here. Omar Grant. Big salute to Omar Grant. He's dropping some game. I'm gonna answer this question over here. Don't touch my cologne. Says, who's the hottest new artist right now? Just off the top of my head, I would say like NBA Youngboy would be one of them. Don Toliver would be another one. And I'm just thinking globally. I'm not just thinking of like Toronto. Okay, globally, I would say, and from the rap scene, right? Like I said, NBA Youngboy, Don Toliver, Molly Santana is scorching hot right now. Why did I just draw a blank? Because the name was just in my head. They're playing this motherfucker all the time. Ken Carson might be is up there, but he's not who I was thinking. Dare I say Phoenix Flexing? The guy who's gotten all of this attention right now because everybody thinks his song is AI, and it could be AI, right? He's scorching hot right now. But he's not one of the top artists. He's not the hottest artist. He just has like a really, really hot viral hit right now. Drake, obviously, right? Drake is like, he's taken over the timeline, especially for the last 2 years with the battle and everything involved. Okay, so Drake is definitely still up there when it comes to the rap shit. And right now, if you want to, like, if I just want to have recency bias, Young Miami. Where my scamming niggas at? Like, you got the song of the summer. You would have thought that the nigga who got 3 albums out would have Song of the Summer right now, and she came through and just, let me get that Song of the Summer right there. Hold my beer. Oh, thank you, Playboy Cardi. Thank you, Juicy Hamburger. Playboy Cardi. That's my 5th. Okay, so let me get back to the top 5 that I have right now. NBA Youngboy, Don Toliver, Molly Santana. What was the other name that I named? Playboy Cardi. And I already forgot the other name that I had. Oh, and Drake. Drake? Okay, NBA Youngboy, Don Toliver, Molly Santana, Playboy Cardi, Drake. Top 5 hottest artists in rap right now.
Who's been developed?
But yeah, I'm not gonna beat this topic to death. Salute to Omar Grant. Salute to the Managers Project. I'm gonna find out some more about this guy so that I can properly credit him when I'm watching more videos, because we will be watching more videos.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.